What if I told you that there are lessons about life so ruthless, so brutally honest, that once you learn them, you can never see the world the same way again? They don't make you bitter. They make you sharp. They make you unshakable. They make you dangerously intelligent. Not the kind of intelligence schools reward with certificates, but the kind of wisdom that sees through people, through illusions, and through the lies society feeds you to keep you comfortable. Most people run from these truths because they shatter the cozy myths they want to believe. That the world is fair, that everyone is good at heart, that hard work always guarantees success. But those are stories for children. Reality is colder, sharper, more ruthless than that. And once you face it head-on, you gain an advantage that almost no one else has. You become immune to deception. You stop being manipulated. You stop living blind. This isn't about being ruthless with other people. It's about being ruthless with your own illusions. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful emperor of his time, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoics mastered this kind of dangerous intelligence. They could read human nature like a map. They weren't surprised by betrayal, disappointment, or cruelty, because they had already accepted it as part of life. That's what made them unshakable. Ordinary intelligence helps you solve problems when they appear. Dangerous intelligence helps you see problems before they even arrive. It gives you the ability to understand what people really want, what they're really doing, and why they behave the way they do. And that's what I'm about to share with you. 8 ruthless lessons that will rewire the way you see the world. They are not comfortable. But once you learn them, you'll walk through life with clarity that others can't touch. Stay with me until the end, because one of these lessons will completely change the way you see every person in your life. Here's the first truth. Most people are ruled by emotions, not logic. They make decisions with fear, desire, insecurity, or ego, and then justify those decisions with logic afterward. Watch closely and you'll see it everywhere. A man buys a car he can't afford, because it makes him feel powerful, then convinces himself it was an investment. A colleague fights against a new idea at work, not because it's inefficient, but because it makes them feel threatened. Most arguments you hear aren't really about facts. They're about people defending their pride. The Stoics knew this well. They taught the importance of the pause, the moment between emotion and response. That pause is where your power lies. Emotions are real, but when you let them rule you, you'll always regret it later. When you learn to step back, to recognize what you're really feeling before you react, you gain control. That's dangerous intelligence. The second truth is even harder to accept. People will always act in their own self-interest. It doesn't mean they're evil, it means they're human. Even acts of kindness often come with hidden motives, building connections, earning respect, or laying the groundwork for future favors. Once you understand this, you stop expecting people to sacrifice their interests for yours, and you stop being shocked when they don't. Instead, you learn to align interests. You learn to see the game being played. That's not cynicism, it's realism. The third truth is brutal. Most people cannot handle the truth about themselves. They will build excuses, create stories, and surround themselves with people who reinforce their illusions. They will avoid uncomfortable realities at all costs. That's why feedback is rare, and why growth is even rarer. Watch closely, and you'll see it. People who always blame the system, their boss, their past, their circumstances. People who repeat the same mistakes year after year, but never take responsibility. The Stoics, on the other hand, practiced brutal self-examination. They wrote down their flaws. They questioned their motives. They faced themselves without excuses. That's why they grew stronger while others stayed weak. The fourth truth cuts deep. Your success will make some people hate you. The higher you rise, the more people will resent you, not because you harmed them, but because your growth reminds them of their own stagnation. Success becomes a mirror they can't stand to look into. And so they attack you, gossip about you, or quietly pull away. It's not about you. It's about what your success reflects back at them. Dangerous intelligence means expecting this, not being blindsided by it. The fifth truth, everyone is selling you something. Every interaction is an attempt to influence, whether it's a product, an idea, validation, attention, or loyalty. The sooner you accept this, the less you'll be manipulated. Your job is to ask, what is this person really trying to get from me? What's the exchange? It doesn't make you paranoid, it makes you aware. And awareness is protection. The sixth truth is one of the most important you will ever learn. When people show you who they are, believe them. Don't excuse it. Don't rationalize it. Don't cling to who you wish they could be. Believe their patterns. If someone lies in small things, they will lie in big ones. If someone mistreats others when they think no one is watching, one day they'll mistreat you too. Character is revealed early if you're willing to see it. Most people ignore the signs because they want to believe in potential. The Stoics ignored words and promises. They studied actions, and actions never lie. The seventh truth, comfort is the enemy of growth. The moment you settle into comfort, you stop pushing, stop learning, stop evolving. It feels safe, but it's a trap. Comfort dulls the mind. It makes you soft. True strength comes from voluntary discomfort, facing challenges, choosing growth, stepping into what feels difficult instead of avoiding it. The Stoics practiced this daily, sleeping on hard floors, eating simple food, training themselves to endure. They knew comfort kills more dreams than failure ever will. And finally, the last truth. You're going to die, and most of your worries are meaningless. Memento mori. Remember death, not to be morbid, but to be free. The moment you accept your mortality, all the petty anxieties lose their grip. Social approval, small conflicts, the endless chase for things that don't matter, they fade away. What's left is focus, clarity. You begin to see what's actually worth your time. Building character, cultivating love, creating something meaningful, living with purpose. That's what lasts. That's what defines you when you're gone. These lessons aren't comfortable, but they're liberating. They cut through illusions and strip away the lies we cling to. They make you sharper, stronger, harder to deceive. That's why I call them dangerous intelligence. Not dangerous to you, dangerous to the illusions that once controlled you. If you're ready to keep growing, if you're ready to face truths most people avoid, then subscribe to the Stoic Flame. Share your thoughts below. Tell me, which of these truths hit you hardest today? Remember, real power doesn't come from living in a dream. It comes from seeing reality clearly and still choosing to rise above it.